Hello, my name is Elizabeth Hauser, and welcome to my fifth set of book critiques. In this set, I will be sharing with you several books that would be appropriate for upper elementary students, and I can honestly say that every one of the books that you see on this page I found fascinating, and I just wanted to go out and share it with someone immediately. So I'm so glad that I get to use this video to share these awesome titles with you. I just wanted to start off this video by sharing this quote from my feature text for this set. And the quote goes, "Another story begins, because stories lead to other stories, and this one leads all the way to the moon." I think that this quote really summarizes the experience that I had in reading all of these books. So let me tell you a little bit more about them. My feature text for this set is a book called The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. Hugo Cabret lives in a hidden room above a bustling Paris train station. Rarely leaving the station, he faithfully carries on his uncle's job of tending the clocks in the station. But Hugo's secrets lie deeper than his hidden home. He has a machine and a mysterious notebook, and he is working steadily to fix something. Steadily, that is, until a cantankerous old man and a young girl enter his life. Then, things start to change irremediably. I chose this book as my feature text because I just found it to be fascinating and also very rich. One thing that impressed me about it was how Brian Selznick weaved the text of the story with illustrations to make one coherent whole. So it's almost as if you're watching a movie when you're reading the book. It's a really hard to describe experience, but it was really cool. If you haven't read this book, I highly recommend that you check it out from the library and read it. It was fascinating. I also chose this book because I felt like the storyline and just the different concepts covered in it provided some really interesting lesson ideas. So I'm going to share this with you now. My first lesson is for a 5th grade media arts class. In this lesson, students will be participating in a semester-long class project about the history of filmmaking. And they will learn in this project about how filmmakers use storyboards to lay out their ideas. Students will work to create their own storyboards based on a personal experience that they've had, and they will use the website Storyboard That. And students will then work with peers to film and edit a short video based on their storyboards during the course of the semester. And when they finish these videos, they will be shared at a school-wide film festival event, and their peers will be able to vote on which one was their favorite. And now I'm going to show you what that storyboard might look like. Here is the storyboard that I created based on my adventure of leaving home to study abroad in Austria for a whole semester. So students' storyboards could look similar to this. They could have 3 sections. It just depends on what they want to do with their story. My next lesson is a 5th grade engineering lesson. In this lesson, students will be given just an assortment of spare parts. Could be anything that the teacher can find. And they will be challenged to create something that is functional and could be used in everyday life. And the point of this lesson is for students to work on developing their creative thinking within certain constraints. So in this instance, the parts that they have available to them. And students will be working in groups to brainstorm and record their ideas, and then they will actually build something. And they will be able to share what they have built with some local college engineering majors and get some feedback for ideas that it could be improved or other things that they may have been able to do with the parts they had. The next book in this set is The Borrowers by Mary Norton. I really appreciated how the author in this book is almost able to convince the reader that these little people that she writes about could really exist in daily life. Hitler Youth is a little bit heavier of a book, and it's for an older audience, probably grades 6 to 12 would be appropriate. but it chronicles the story of young men and women growing up in Germany in World War II. And it's definitely a very worthwhile read. Ramona and Her Father is a very endearing story. I'd never read it before, and I really loved the portrayal of Ramona's relationship with her dad. The Dinosaurs of Waterhouse Hawkins tells the story of a man who introduced dinosaurs into the public imagination. And if that sounds interesting to you, you should definitely check this book out. Locomotive was my second favorite book in this set after my feature text, and I really think that the author of this book does a perfect job of capturing the sights and sounds of a trip on the Transcontinental Railroad. The Hello Goodbye window is full of brightly colored impressionist illustrations that make this book very fun to read. Gone Wild is an ABC book with a fun, nature-friendly twist. Thanks for watching this video. I hope I was able to inspire you to go find a new book friend. Happy reading!